It's 7:55 a.m. on Monday morning. I quickly hand my child off to his amazing caregiver and run downstairs to spend 4 minutes putting on my makeup and logging into my computer. It's 8 a.m. and the day has started. But my heart has this feeling, this aching. It's a feeling as a woman I know to be guilt. It's a feeling as a mother I've learned a lot about. It's a feeling as a Catholic that I'm an expert in. But this new guilt from being a working mother, I know won't be solved by going to confession. So I jump online to see what might be out there. And there's good resources from the tactical to the philosophical. Don't look for work-life balance, make it work-life integration. This is all good, but what I really need to know is, how do I change this feeling? What do I need? What does society need? So I go to the experts, other working mothers who have been doing this their whole lives, like my mother. And from them, I have 3 really key takeaways. The first, and it's universal, what your child needs most is to feel your love. Whether that's for 5 minutes as you tuck them in, a few hours at the end of the day, on Saturday, when you can give it, they just need to feel that love. The second is, you can't do it all. You have to have a village, people that you can rely on to help you. And these people will actually make your child better. These people will also make you a better businesswoman. And third, and very importantly, do not step back. Do not quit. Keep climbing. Stay on the ladder. Why is this important? It's important for several reasons. One, you've spent your entire life working towards your career, college, 40, 60, 80-hour weeks, and you love it. It builds you up. It's also important for our larger society. Today, 1 in 4 women is thinking about stepping back. 1 in 4. We can't let this happen because we're already underrepresented. At the manager level, for every 100 men, there are 85 women. And the air gets thinner the higher up you go. Now, this is a problem for a lot of reasons, but let's focus on what's good about having women at the top. What's good is that diversity makes our companies stronger. Not only do they nurture a culture and help build people up, but they bring real dollars to the bottom line. When corporations have an equally represented male-female ratio at the top, it is proven that both their revenue and their share price go up by 50%. 50%. Come shopping with me for a second. No, we're not going to shop for shoes. We're going to go shopping for stocks, which, if you haven't done it, is the best thing out there. And you don't need more than a price of shoes to get into the stock market. We're going to take $100 and we're going to put it in a really good company run by awesome men. Over time, that $100 might become $200. Wonderful. Let's take that same $100 and put it into a company with equal representation of women at the top. And guess what? We're going to get $300 back. Now, with that $300, we can reinvest $100, have it work for us, use $100 to go shopping, and invest $100 in our children and their future. You may be asking, how do I know so much about stocks? For that, we have to turn to my mother. And in this story, you'll also hear about the fact that love is what we really need, and it takes a village. My mother is a senior vice president of investments. She has been for as long as I can remember. She also picked me up from school. The bell would ring, everyone would run out, most kids would jump into doors that were already open and drive off. I'd hang out with a few other kids, their parents would arrive, they'd go, and I would be the last one left. This is where mom guilt tends to come in, but know that while I was waiting, I was having fun, practicing my pirouettes, singing, doing all the things kids do. And sure enough, every day, like clockwork, here she would come in the 1991 hail-damaged Buick, pulling up, screeching to a stop, throwing the door open. I'd get in, she'd smile, I'd smile, and she'd turn back to her car phone, dial her next client, and do business for the 20-minute ride home. Now, that is where I learned about stocks, which was great. And when we got home, it was all about me. She was totally focused on me. And that did require a lot of support from my amazing father. And she also had support who were like family, but that she brought into our household to help. And I had aunts who picked me up from school and helped with spelling. My life is similar. I am married to a great husband. We have got a whole village surrounding us, and that's how we're making it all work. But it's not enough just in our personal lives. We also need society to help us. We need corporations to recognize that keeping women in the workplace, growing that 85 to 100 and moving them up to the top, does bring this real value to the bottom line, and so it's worth investing in the hardest times. Becoming a new mom and trying to go back to work is so hard. Your brain is wired differently. Your body is still broken. You're probably not getting much sleep, but yet you want to and you want to engage. We need to invest in the time we need to make the transition. I'm lucky enough to work for an amazing company that did this, and I now live in a state who recently passed 12 weeks of family leave. That's amazing. It needs to be the norm, and we need more. We have to keep leaning in there and provide the support. Now, what else can we do? Pay equity. We know the statistic, 81 cents on a dollar for women. The statistic we don't often know is that once that woman has a child, and you compare her to a man with a child, it goes down to 70 cents. That's right, having a kid loses most women 11 cents on the dollar. That doesn't work in our society because today so many women bring home the bacon and their husbands cook it. So we need to be equal. It's better for all of us. And let's return to where we started, that feeling of guilt. What do we do with that? Guilt. You know, there's another type of guilt. It's usually associated with ice cream, maybe a martini, binge watching bad TV. It's called a guilty pleasure. And I want to leave you with this idea. That career you've worked so hard for, that really does fill you up, it could become a guilty pleasure. And it will be better for your child to see you thrive, to listen to you, to learn from you, to feel your love, to get the support from other people who can also fill their world up. If we stop, and in those moments when we're transitioning, we don't feel the pain, we feel the joy. And we say, this is my guilty pleasure, my moment to shine. And I'm so proud of myself. I am so proud of all of you who are making this happen out there today, and we are so thankful for everyone that supports us. So take a minute and make your career your guilty pleasure. Thank you very much.